Did you know that during the Cold War, Pepsi technically owned Soviet warships? The year is 1959. In this picture, Nikita Khrushchev, the man at the head of the Soviet Union, is sipping a soda. As you can see, it's a Pepsi. This picture was then published in a Soviet newspaper. This incredible marketing stunt will launch a craving for the American soda in the USSR. In 1972, Pepsi was one of the first American firms to be allowed in the Soviet Union. But the USSR had a problem. The Soviet system was a planned economy and out of the free market. Its currency, the ruble, could not be used in international trade. Quickly, a solution was found. The Soviet Union would use barter instead of money to buy Pepsi. That's how, as cliché as it sounds, American soda was exchanged for Soviet vodka. As years went by, the USSR had a problem. The demand for Pepsi grew exponentially, while the consumption of Soviet vodka stagnated in the US. To acquire more soda, the Soviets decided to barter vodka and warships. In 1989, a new contract was signed. Among other industrial assets, the USSR bartered a whole war fleet to PepsiCo. On paper, the American firm legally owned one cruiser, one frigate, one destroyer, and 17 submarines. However, Pepsi never used these warships to undertake naval warfare. Instead, Pepsi bought the ship to sell scrap metal and nothing else. These Soviet vessels were already decommissioned and would have been destroyed anyway. At that time, a Pepsi executive even said, as a joke, that Pepsi was disarming the USSR faster than the Pentagon. A few years later, the USSR collapsed and the barter system was abandoned. Now citizens from ex-Soviet countries pay for their favorite soda with money, not with warships. More untold pages of history are on the way. Subscribe to not miss any.